Good evening. Good evening. Little quick chill one. Got some music to listen to. I'm streaming straight from YouTube. I don't give a fuck about copyright claim. Yeah, if I get one, I'll just take the stream down. So we're gonna enjoy some old school hip hop and just have a smoke and a chill. See what happens. Please feel free to come on panel if you want to chat. Turn the music off if anyone wants to come on panel. But yeah, I felt like a old school hip hop night with some rare tracks, and I've listened to this mix before, and it's fucking banging. So yeah, I do like a bit of. Well, I love a bit of hip hop. I had my Public Enemy hoodie on today, but I'm old school. Public Enemy, Mos Def, GZA, Method Man, Redman. But the older the hip hop, the more I like it, I think. Gotta love a bit of hop hip. Please let me know in the chat if the source is too loud, and I can turn it down on the window on the side. Shouldn't give me a strike. They should just give me a copyright infringement, and I'll just take the stream down anyway. It's only a short one. I know there's going to be a lot happening on YouTube tonight with the 55, if you know what I mean. Going on tonight, a lot of important and serious discussions going on tonight. Good evening, good evening. Nice bit of old school hip hop. Chill to. Wind down a bit too. East Coast hip hop, my favourite. Much prefer it to the West Coast stuff, if you know what I mean. But that's just, when I was a kiddie, that was Run DMC, Public Enemy, LL Cool J, KR1S, all them guys, all New York guys. So I was big into my New York hip hop. All right, Steve, how's it going, fella? Hope you're enjoying Spain. Is it nice and warm still? Just having a little stream of a source on YouTube, and I'll take the copyright infringement and take the stream down. I don't worry, as long as it doesn't strike my channel and get me shut down for 7 days, because it'll shut both my channels down because I'm streaming to 2. So, shorts and t-shirt weather. It's warm here, but it's really, really muggy. You know what I mean? Yeah, but looks lush out there, Steve. Do you live out there full time, or is it just a summer thing? It's been a crazy old weekend on YouTube of both sides of YouTube that I watch. What I like to call the beef side, which is where people go on panels and have a bit of friendly beef, and the auditing channels, which is beef as well at the moment. So, and here's Steve. I let Steve on. Right, Steve. What's going on, Steve? What's going on? How are you?
Hey. Oh, how's it going?
Yeah, good man. Good man. Just having a quick live and
Does
get a
the
little
sound
bit
work?
of experience in before all of tonight's shenanigans on YouTube.
Hey, how's you doing?
Yeah, good. I see you like this restream as well.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah. Go on to it there if you go.
Yeah, I find it a lot easier to pull up audio and video on it and stuff.
Okay. Yeah. The same as. I mean, I like the interaction with the chat, you know, and that's something that the other one don't do. You know, this one I can interact very
Yeah,
easy with the chat as well as see what's going on. You know, more controls, I
yeah,
think.
I like it on. Yeah, I like to have the chat coming up the side of the screen, so it's easier to keep a tab on than when it's on the side. Like,
Yeah, 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 yeah. You know, that's what I like. You know, and it's be unlimited as well.
yeah,
I
Cosmic
mean,
Kitty.
there's
I
no
don't know who you are, but
I
Cosmic
don't think
Kitty.
I've
I don't
joined
know who you
a
are,
live.
but if you want to jump on the panel, you're more than welcome. Got a troll already. I don't know who that person is.
I
The
never heard that
report has been
one
open
neither.
for investigation. I haven't got a clue who that is. No, never heard the name before in my life. I
It's
ain't gonna
funny how
repeat it.
people.
They can stay on there posting what they want. Gotta love a
Yeah,
troll. Well, they're watching, so you know what I mean.
that's it. It's the views that count, isn't it? You know.
Yeah,
For
when
me,
you're
I
smart
laugh.
enough.
Come in to antagonize. I like it.
Yeah,
On my
it
channel.
bounces off me, man. Bounces off me.
Yeah, yeah. So what's the story? Where are you based?
Out South Wales, I am.
Ah, okay, cool, cool. Lived in Pembroke Dock for a while. Yeah,
Yeah, it's lush down that way.
and done lots of party and lots of festivals in Wales. Yeah,
Yeah,
I like.
yeah. I live
Dude, I like
virtually
your
on top.
artwork.
Top.
Couple
What's that, Steve?
couple of the videos I've seen you put. Couple of the videos I've seen you putting up. I've enjoyed watching your artwork. You know. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
The
just
way you combine your.
that's just my crazy creative side coming out. That is because I gave up playing music recently, so uh, that's sort of something that can occupy my mind. Like, you know what I mean? Because it's still music related.
What music was you playing?
All covers, but it was all rock and metal.
Oh,
You
so
know,
you play guitar or something?
Metallica.
Yeah.
What's that?
You playing? Do you?
I do play guitar, but I play for the past 13 years. I've been playing bass. Hold on, Steve. I got someone in the back a minute. You show me your face in the back. No, that's no good to me. Yeah, well done. Fuck me, I must be popular. Fucking Porn Bomber in the back.
Oh wow. Oh
Fucking, there's only
wow.
3 people watching, so one must be a troll and one must be a fucking porn bomber. But I've been porn bombed once.
Oh,
I ain't
dear.
fucking falling for that one again.
Don't know what that porn bombing is. I'm not interested in it either. I don't do porn.
Nah, nor me. Fucking when I go to Amsterdam, I get embarrassed by the fucking walking through the red light area, man.
Walking here in Spain, they don't bother with the red light district, yeah? They're just on the side of the road. You see them sat there with a freaking or an armchair, you know, and an umbrella.
Yeah.
And it's like you're walking past, you know, through these villages, yeah? And then, you know, like I've had 20 kilometers of desert. And there's this pretty little blonde sat on her freaking sofa, whistling over to me, you know? Absolutely crazy stuff. Nobody around for miles. It's like, what the fuck? No way.
Yeah.
Get away from me.
Yeah. Yeah, when I go to Amsterdam, I avoid the red light area because the weeds are fucking con mostly. There's 1 or 2 good coffee shops, but I just get embarrassed by the fucking ladies knocking on the fucking windows and all, man. It's fucking, I go bright red and have to walk on a bit fucking quick, like.
How old are you then?
48 I am.
Okay, roughly same age. Then, like I'm 43. So yeah, that's funny, isn't it? Like most people I know that go to Holland, they go for you know, because they are window shoppers. One of the reasons I never went to Holland, Thailand, yeah, is never into places like that. I mean, yeah, and nothing perverted here.
Yeah. No, I'm an early bird, so you know I'm up with the sun. So I'll go with mates who want to stay out till 2, 3 in the morning, partying and whatever. But I'm back at the hotel like 11 o'clock at night, ready to get up at 7 o'clock when there's hardly anyone around. You get the best weed in the morning, and fucking, of course, all the all the museums and sites. There's hardly anyone there, so it's the best time to be up in the morning over there. Like,
oh yeah.
But we used to spend most of our time out of town. Like,
you travel much then?
Yeah, I haven't done since lockdown, like, but most of my traveling's been done to Amsterdam. Like, been to Portugal once, but I had a real thing about planes, fucking a real fear, like, and I had a bit of a meltdown when we went to Portugal. Fucking kicked off a bit, like, just because I was so wound up. But after the first trip to Amsterdam, it only took 45 minutes. I thought, fuck me, there's nothing to it. Like, it's just easy. You know, there's nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
45-minute to an hour flight from Bristol, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it was about a 2-hour flight to Spain. But then by the time I got here, it was only an hour. It only took an hour, or it took 3 hours or something. Yeah. The time change. Yeah. And do you think about uprooting and moving places? Or you
What's that?
I said, did you ever think about uprooting and moving to a foreign country? Or are you happy where you are?
No, I've got itchy feet at the minute. But I don't know if I'd move to another country because my missus is got kidney problems. So, we want to be close to the NHS, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do know that. I've learned a lot of this from people on me since I've been in Spain. Yeah, people are dependent, and yeah, fair play, fair play.
Yeah.
For me,
I know there's British clinics in Spain, isn't there?
no, to be honest with you, I don't look into any of that stuff. I went to one dentist since I've been here in 8 years, and I've been to one doctor twice. And on the second visit, he sent me to hospital.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I'll tell you what, that was absolutely brilliant service. Absolutely brilliant service.
Yeah, I bet.
A great. Yeah.
Not like over here. They just spent like 50 or 60 million on a new super hospital, like 10 miles down the road. And moved all the services from 2 hospitals that we're managing, and it's an absolute shit show. If you go down to A&E for anything, it's a minimum of a 14-hour wait.
Whoa.
It's absolutely
now check
scandalous.
this, yeah. In comparison, yeah, I'm a foreigner here.
Yeah.
Okay. They've got no reason to treat me whatsoever. I'm a fucking known as a tramp, yeah. Or in Spain, a perro de flota, which means a floating dog, a flute dog. And they had absolutely nothing from me. Like the into the clinic, he says Steve's living out finance. He's living up the mountain like 4 or 5 kilometers. And this was all sound. They treated me for nothing. They treated me like I was on social benefits, free healthcare.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in and out within 5 hours.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, it was. I had a big stick in my. That's why I went. Yeah, I got in car there now. But yeah, that went straight into my leg. They had to X-ray, cut, and then clean more, and then stitch up.
Yeah.
And yeah, it should have cost me a few quid. You get me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big up, Fly
and
Me
there's
to
little
the
things
Moon,
like this.
fella.
Oh wow, Fly Me to the Moon, big up. That's a nice man.
Yeah,
he's
just popped in. He's working here, so he's just popped in to say a quick hello to me and you.
Oh yeah, top man. Yeah, I don't honestly like listening to the fella. I don't think you're going to find many as good a fella as that one. You get me?
No, he's genuine, isn't he? He's a genuine geezer.
Yeah. I trust my instincts on that one, and yes, I do. Yeah, I back that one all the ways.
I must have touched a nerve with one of my fucking videos because we just had another porn bomber backstage.
Again, your second one.
OG. Yeah, another one. They chucked themselves off because I wasn't going to let them on. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh.
Big up, opinionated Glaswegian.
Oh wow! You got a couple of good ones there.
Yeah, there's a couple of people
that opinionated Glaswegian. That's another one for brilliant video work to be watching.
Yeah. No, I haven't subbed to him yet.
Uploaded
I didn't realize he had a channel till yesterday when someone asked for his link in Lindsay's chat.
Oh.
But yeah, I will sub up.
Yeah.
It's good to sub up to sort of like-minded people who hang around the same fucking chats and live panels and everything.
Well, it gives us things to talk about.
All of them, really. I like the auditing channels because they have some really, really good discussions. Really good ones, like Bear Britain audits and Midlands audits, Master Ron, Sparky Shack, fucking some crackers, like. Big up, OP.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, I
And
like
what
to.
sort of topics do those things you just mentioned? What do they? What sort of topics do they cover?
Everything from auditing the police, you know, going out and filming them and then talking about it. They talk about fucking changes in laws and things like that. But they could discuss anything at all at the moment. There's been a bit of a scandal with some of them having a private Discord group and fucking slagging each other off and all.
Right.
And that's been pretty. There's been some pretty fucking heated debates. Like, but yeah, they chat about everything really.
Oh.
But a lot of them do sort of header their chats with a topic in mind, and they'll start on that topic, and then it'll just go off on a tangent. Then, but I think a few of them are going on with PD next Thursday because he wants to do a discussion with some auditors about protesting. So I think there's going to be 2 or 3 auditors on there who are big in British auditing game and are really intelligent guys. I you know, I've heard them all speak and been on panels with a couple of them, and they're real clued up on their subjects, like really clued up, like so.
All right. Well, that's very interesting for me, that last one. Yeah. You know, I went to jail for the Stokes Croft riots on Bristol. Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But, oh,
yeah.
you'd like to speak with Based Welshman then?
Okay. Okay. Cool.
He's been round and he was one of the ones that was recording all the, you know, when the COVID riots or protests all started, and they were saying that there was only a fucking couple of thousand there, and it was disproved. Right. And he blew up because he was recording the Penally military camp down in southwest Wales, where they shipped in a load of migrants to. Which is fine, you know, but there was issues with the migrants and the fucking security because all of the security were British Pakistanis.
Right.
So you can imagine how the British Pakistanis were treating all these fucking Iranians and, you know, Syrians and that. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
there was a big scandal about that, but he filmed all that. Like,
wow, brave man.
Yeah,
brave man.
Yeah, he's a well clued up fellow. Like, and Mark Kelly's going on PDs, and Mark's the one that's gonna get a couple of guys together to go on and have this debate. I think it's Thursday. If it's not this Thursday, it's the Thursday after.
Okay.
Because PD's doing a sensible on a Thursday with panel guests, and then on a Sunday he's doing an open panel. So.
All right. Okay. My first interaction with that PD, I think I upset him.
I think everyone does it first, don't they? But he shows his soft side. He on his own channel, he's completely different. Like,
all right, okay. So it's just the performance then that he gives.
Yeah. But
cool.
yeah, he's. I don't know if you know Andrew J, but he's PD sort of taking him under his wing. If Andrew turns up on panels, PD says straight away, "Oh, take the notes of what Andrew says, and he's all right. Don't boot him off." Like,
okay. To be honest with you, yeah, as soon as I see these shows with full of people raging and stuff, yeah, I'm out of there. You know, I can't be around that ugliness. You know, I grew up with that shit, and I don't want that nowhere near me. I don't want it around my dogs. I don't want it around this beautiful, peaceful mountain. And unfortunately, that's the first thing that I got introduced to. You know, which is how I got called the Mountain Man.
That's the same with me. That's how I got into it. Was through watching what I call the beef channels, you know, Cesspit and Expo and others. That I know a lot of it's banter, but a lot of it does turn into just people shouting over each other. And as soon as that starts, I turn it off because you can't hear anybody.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I first got introduced to that DH, yeah, and that's not really a talking show, you know. Like he's the talker, he's the one that puts everything on display, you know, almost rehearsed and stuff from my experience or my understanding of things. It's all prepped for. But anyways, it was the chat, you know. It was all the information that was coming into the chat. And then all the random podcasts that were then come to me just randomly, you know, and it's all the same sort of raged ugly man, you know, like woo, you know, it's crazy, it's crazy. I stays clear of it now, and a few other ones, you know, like as soon as I see these gaming, these groups forming, I mean, it's not. I recognize ugly things, you know. Blame it on my life, you know, like my level of awareness keeps me out of psychiatric unit, keeps me from going into prison for stupid things. Do you get me? You know?
Yeah, I get you,
yeah. That settled life, I'd be in jail every week. Within every week of being released, I'd be back in jail, I think. Especially in England and Ireland. Anyways, reckon.
Yeah.
The system is so against people like, you know. All I done is fucking smoke my weed. I might drive, you know, but I don't drive for dodgy reasons. I drive because I need to get places.
Yeah.
You know, which brings me on to a beautiful subject of what happened today. I literally got given a car today.
Oh, nice.
For using on the track. Yeah, nice you'd think, but I have to find 180 euros to re-register the car in my name. You know, so it's like going to cost me 200 euros basically. You know, it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You get given something, but you got to pay for it. It's like it doesn't quite make sense, you know, where I comes from, anyways.
Yeah, I have to weigh up if it's worth it, no.
Man, I can start work freaking within a week of eating good food and saving energy that I'd be wasting walking up and down here. Within a week, I could be working. Do you get me? You know, is one of those scenarios. By September, if I haven't got a job in the local area, if I can't afford to go to work in the local area, then I've got freaking seasonal work here at the house, and this vehicle is perfect for lugging down freaking 15, 20 sacks of the nuts and the stuff that I'd be collecting.
Yeah.
You know? It's like,
so
there's
you do then, just chill for a few weeks and then do a few weeks of seasonal work, is it? And then chill for another few weeks, like.
Cool. I wish. Since I came here, I started working over the mountains because I knew the fella that was he had a job in construction over there. We're rebuilding or refurbishing, we're gutting and then rebuilding and decorating an artist's bed and breakfast, an artist's hotel. Yeah, this South African lady. She's bought this Spanish property and she's converted it to being a bed and breakfast for artists. She's reaching out to painters. Yeah, and I was working there for up until May last year. Yeah, earning 40 euros a day, no problem, you know. But it was tiring because I was given 12 hours a day working there, but I still had to maintain the dogs and do things at the house that I'm minding.
Yeah.
It's not my house, it's not my dog. But now all of a sudden I've got a home and I've got a family, you know?
Yeah.
Because I've been here so long, because the people that own the house, they're my friends. Because of the corona and the Brexit working against them, you know, they've told me, you know, Steve, you're leaving in Spain, that's your home for the rest of your life. You know, they can only come and visit. But then I haven't worked. I haven't done. I tried my garden here for food, and that didn't work. There's no waters and stuff, and it's too hot. It's not the environment to be making food gardens. And then then a few months ago, I was working down at the local mechanic in exchange for, in a certain amount of time, I'd work so much they can afford to buy me a small vehicle, you know, for driving up and down here. After the first week, respectfully and responsibly, if you're a mechanic, you know yourself. 200-300 euros is a good wage for a week as a mechanic when you're putting in 12, 14 hours a day. Yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah.
I got freaking tobacco, and I was able to charge my phone up. You know, nothing to carry home. But I was away from the dogs all the time again, and that just done me head in. And then he employed somebody else, and this other person is a bad person, and I can't be around bad people.
I have issues going away for just the weekend with my dogs, like, you know what I mean? They fucking pine for me so much, like.
Yeah. They does, don't they? My Captain Jackie goes into depression if I left him for an hour. You know, he'd be depressed.
Yeah, the one lurcher of mine, since my whippet died, fucking my one lurcher, anytime I go out for like an hour or go fishing or something, he's decided that he's gonna howl like a wolf, but he's never done it before in his whole life, and he's fucking 12 years old now, like.
Oh wow.
So you know what I mean? He misses his dad, like, you know what I mean? And then when
evidently
I go out, he's lost, like, you know what I mean?
Yep, evidently. I know what that is. That's him knowing that he's getting old, and all he wants is his daddy. All he wants is his best friend.
Yeah, that's what it is, yeah.
Oh, carry me, I'll come with you. I'm not too old, I can come with you. Yeah. That's funny. You got a lurcher. Is it short-haired or a long-haired lurcher?
I got two short-haired lurchers.
Nice.
I did have two lurchers and a
picture
whippet.
of one of them.
What's that?
Oh wow! I think I seen a picture of a black one with grey hair around the mouth.
Yeah. That's the whippet died a while ago, but the dog lurcher I've got is the pup of the bitch I've still got, and the whippet that passed away. So.
Oh wow! So you got the family?
Yeah, I got the family. Yeah.
Right. So you like the outside then, if you go fishing and stuff?
Oh yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Right.
Yes, fishing and fucking not so much lately, but like bushcraft and all. Anything outdoorsy, really, like.
Nice. Yep. I'm outside as much as possible. This is where it confuses me. You know, the house has got absolutely nothing that I want, and it's got nothing that's sensible. You know, it's got no internet, it's got no water, and it's got no electric. So why live in a house like that? You get me? It's difficult to clean because there ain't you know, it's still a building site, so everything's all kind of, it's so much dust. You know, it's like, fucking hell, clean up 4 or 5 times a day. You know, when I was trying to live in it, that's crazy. Then I went back to my bus. Yeah, moved back into my bus. Now I'm literally just outside. You know.
Yeah, I had some good friends that were bus livers. Well, through the 80s, but I met them in the early 90s. They'd moved from Canary Wharf in London when they started to renovate it. They had a site down there, and a load of them bought a piece of land up in the Forest of Dean, up by Colford.
Yeah.
And I think they had 2 big yurts and about 6 or 8 buses. Always quiet there when I visited, you know what I mean? You couldn't even see it from the road. And there was some fucking locals down the road who owned fucking £3 million fucking farmhouses and all. Fucking they could put in complaints constantly until they fucking made them move after about 5 or 8 years of being there, I think it was. It was an absolute fucking scandal, like.
Yeah,
'Cause,
I've
you know what I mean?
experienced a lot of that, especially in England. Yeah, a lot,
Yeah,
too much
they
of it.
were fucking well known in the community with the locals, you know, the normal locals, and accepted. The kids went to local schools. Fucking most of them had local, you know, jobs either on farms or seasonal, because of where they're based, like.
Hmm.
And it's just a couple of fucking toffs fucking decided that they didn't want them there anymore. You couldn't even see them from the road. They didn't have loud parties or anything like that. You know what I mean? You know, full on raves. They'd have parties, obviously, but nothing that, you know, there was cars parked all up and down
I
the
don't know
road
if
or
you know.
anything like
I
that.
don't know if you know any of the. I don't know if you know any of the Irish travellers, yeah. But like some years ago, before I left Ireland, it was it was loaded the Irish traveller, if they wanted the commodities settled people have got, then they'd have to live on concrete yards with their caravans, you know, send their children into schools and live like that. I mean,
Yeah,
totally traveling illegal. You know, it's like bullshit. You know, freaking yeah, horrible.
yeah,
And then they come in, and then the same laws passed in UK now. I mean, there was a post there about a year ago where they were emptying all traveller, like the New Age traveller sites in Bristol and stuff.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolute crazy.
My older brother's mates were all ended up based in Bristol and Brighton. He was from Brighton, squatting.
Mm-hmm.
Then obviously when the fucking New Age Traveller bus thing came around, where they were following around the free festivals and, you know, catering for everyone's needs, if you know what I mean.
Like me.
They all went on the road, like, and
Yep.
half his mates stayed in Brighton, and the rest of them ended up in Bristol.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I know about the trouble in Bristol. My brother and his mates were fucking at the Battle of the Beanfield thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And then my brother got a fucking. Did he get 18 months? I think he got 18 months for fucking storming the stones at Stonehenge. The first year they tried to stop the hippies and druids getting to it. He fucking charged the police line and went over the top of it and ended up on top of one of the stones. He was on the fucking news and everything. He ended up getting 18 months of fucking nutter.
Whoa!
So
I mean, fair for standing up. Fair play to your brother. Do you know, like happy days. I take my hat off to him. Do you know, like these authorities and uniforms have got no business at all in our fucking places. Yeah, it's same now with all these chavvies taking over the fucking Glastonbury and things. Yeah, it's like nah, man. You know, like where's the Hawthorne field? Where's the fucking you know, like where are the old things that were there? You just pull up, park up, and happy days. Yeah. Now all of a sudden you can't get miles within the place without booking online. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, book online and you're not guaranteed a ticket. We're going to find out who you are and what you're coming here is absolutely ridiculous the way it's gone.
Yeah. That's it. He was on charges for something else anyway, and he'd already had a fucking, I think, a 3-year restraining order from going within 5 miles of Glastonbury. Because obviously,
wow,
you know, when the old New Age thing started, they were the ones that were called into Glastonbury to set up all the fucking hippie areas and all. And of course, my brother had experience of working in theaters, so he knew how to use and fucking set up professional lighting and all. But yeah, he was already on a fucking restraining order to stay away from the Glastonbury Stones, like, you know what I mean?
Wow.
But he was a troublemaker, mine, Steve. He did fucking a few sentences for things to do with protesting, and you know, when the coppers used to come and try and move on the fucking illegal raves or the illegal traveller sites, he'd be the first one to drive a fucking bus across the gate, like first person arrested. So
nice.
And he'd kick off as well. He'd kick off every time, like, you know what I mean? He's chill, but he's one of them. He's got.
You know, like I was saying about that Tesco's riots,
yeah.
That Tesco riots that I was involved in, right? Freaking, this is back, 12, 13 years, I think. When did that freaking when did the Royals get married? There was an Easter weekend, and then there was a royal wedding weekend the week after, yeah? Well, that was
Yeah.
the Stokes Croft riot, right? Now, one of the things that I got really noticed for is the barricade that I made going from Ashley Road, yeah, from the Magpie Squat to Site A, yeah? Now, Site A is a park up, for the wagons, yeah? I went from one lamppost to the next lamppost with 4 wheelie bins and a cord of rope. And I held on to one of the ends of the rope, and I freaking every time the police or anybody come near it, I just pulled in this rope, and the bins were flapping in the air, and it was like it held the police back for 27 minutes. 27 minutes, single-handed, whilst the hippies and the fucking pikeys and all these numpties were throwing rocks and bottles, they were landing at my feet, or trying to freaking hit me. Like, and then I'm then picking them up and throwing them at the freaking police. Do you get me? And it, like, I got caught in my bed 2 weeks later.
Yeah. Oh, they're fuckers, isn't they?
Yeah, man. The rioter that stood out, because I had a big jacket on me, or one of those fluorescent vests and a big smile.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was funny. But fuck them, like the system there, like is messed up in a lot of places, really, really messed up in a lot of, crazy.
Well,
So I can feel for your brother.
All the laws they brought in for the fucking, so they could move travellers on, whether it be New Age travellers or Irish or English travellers. It's just it's taken away fucking 50 or more % of their civil liberties, their civil rights, like.
Yep.
With no consequences, like.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And you can't face these people because they're all wearing the same uniform there, like they're all masked up exactly the same. So you can't identify them, and like, yeah.
No, faceless drones, aren't they?
Yeah. One thing I said to me mates is we have to go to their churches, we have to go to their weddings and their golf courses, and arrest them and put them in our own prisons. And this is why people call me psycho and psychotic. Yeah. But it's fair play, it's like, fuck off, like if you haven't learned from history, like that man needs freedom. You can't keep locking man up, and you can't force us to be locked up, it's like, man, it's funny. Yeah. So how come you're not watching any podcasts? Like there's about 4 or 5 big shows going on that I noticed. I was scanning through to see who's the most entertaining, and I'm
going to do that. I just wanted to come on. Have a quick half hour, and then I'm going to do that. I'm going to bounce around a few lives, you know what I mean, and see what's going down, because there's loads of stuff coming out tonight in there. So
yeah, and for me, I'm not interested in all that sort of stuff. I want to For me, I was trying to go live myself. All these bigger channels taking the attention is very difficult.
Yeah,
I was excited when I found you.
Yeah, I'm finding it difficult to sort of find the correct time slot. You know what I mean? Even a mouse charger, because it's like you said, there's lots of lives going on. But there is definitely time slots. An early afternoon or morning seems to be a good time slot, or late at night. But then you get a lot of the American fucking porn bombers coming in, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, the hour difference, Yeah. And that's Americans doing that, is it?
What's that?
Is that Americans mostly responsible for the bombing?
No, there's loads of British people. The one that came backstage for me was British, because fucking I've never heard of that person who put the comment in about my video. They've obviously tried to strike the video, but there's nothing to strike, because I never use people's faces. I never use their real names, and the only audio on there, apart from the text-to-speak audio I use, is themselves. So they can't fucking copyright you for sampling. That's allowed. Sampling's allowed. So as long as I don't put their pictures on there, there's nothing they can strike me with. So,
Okay.
but the porn bomber backstage would have been, or the two of them would have been British. And I got a pretty good idea who it is or where they're coming from because of one of my videos. So, one of them I made for a bit of a laugh for Lindsay and Emma, and that's where these trolls are probably coming from, that video. But I don't mind. It's all good, man. Fuck it, it's all good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No, they can say stuff online, but it's never going to come to fruition. It's just fucking comment section bullshit, isn't it?
Do you know what? It cracks me up, yeah? When you get a bicycle, you know, depending on your age and your weight and things like that, wheels, or you get thin wheels, but you couldn't put the fat wheels onto the thin wheels, and you couldn't put the thin wheels onto the fat wheel bikes. Do you get me? And if a bike comes with 3 wheels, chances are it's a 3-wheeler bike. Now, one thing that confused me then is cars, right? There's so many problems with cars. Yeah, why is it a car can do 200 miles an hour, but on any road throughout the fucking world that I knows of, you're only allowed to do 60 miles an hour? Right, so why the fuck are they being made so we can do these things? When it
God knows.
comes to these technology things, how is it that when people are making these things, the provider of the service that we're using, why isn't they've got a recognition that blocks those things for us and protects us?
Yeah.
I'll tell you for why. It's a business to continue business. And as these things get identified, there's a business for other businesses. That's all it is. It's fucking horrible.
Well, all these social media, and they're all fucking linked and sharing data, and you know.
Yep. I mean, look, YouTube, yeah. You put on, you go to YouTube and you can search any music and literally any movie. If you use those things, it's copyright. But yet, you're using their service and their products, you know, so it should already be covered. It's crazy stuff.
Yeah. But cheers for coming on with me, Steve. It's nice to chat to you, fella.
Hey, thank you.
I'll come on with one of yours. I'm going to end it now because, like I said, I want to have a look at what's going on the rest of YouTube, and I might fire one up later on. I don't know yet. But
hey, buddy,
nice
you have a good
Steve.
night. Yeah.
Yeah, and you. See you,
thank
Steve.
you. Thank you very much.
Ta, fella.
Good luck. Bye-bye. Ciao.
Cheers to the trolls for watching. It's all good. Cheers, man, Soldier. See you later. And I might fire one up later. I'm going to have a little buzz around a minute and see what's going down. Cheers, guys. Ciao for now.